Look around you. The streets are crowded, people rushing to work, glued to their phones, lost in their thoughts. Everyone seems busy, yet no one looks truly happy. You have everything you ever wanted: wealth, success, recognition. You worked hard, sacrificed sleep, chased every milestone. But deep inside, something still feels missing. Why? You thought happiness would come with achievement. Yet every time you reach your goal, the feeling fades, and you're left wanting more. It's like a thirst that can never be quenched. But what if happiness was never about what you gain, but about what you let go of? Why do so many people feel unhappy, even when they have everything? We chase success, wealth, and status, believing they will bring us fulfillment. But the moment we achieve them, we only want more. The satisfaction fades, and the cycle begins again. We live in a world of endless distractions, checking notifications, scrolling through social media, worrying about the future, regretting the past. We are always connected, yet we feel more disconnected than ever. A businessman sits in his office, surrounded by luxury, yet burdened by stress. A child plays freely, lost in the joy of the present. An old man stares out the window, wondering where time has gone. Somewhere in between, we lose our way. We measure success by how much we own, not by how much peace we have. We seek happiness in things, but things can only fill space, not the emptiness inside us. So we keep buying more, doing more, achieving more. We buy things we don't need, with money we don't have, to impress people we don't even like. And yet, we wonder why we are not happy. Perhaps we have been looking in the wrong place all along. If wealth and success don't bring happiness, then what does? Buddhism teaches that true happiness is not found in gaining more, but in letting go. It's not about controlling life, but about accepting it. Not about attachment, but about freedom. The secret lies in 3 principles: acceptance, detachment, and mindfulness. Master these, and happiness will no longer be something you chase. It will be something you naturally experience. Most suffering comes not from what happens to us, but from our resistance to it. We fight against reality, refusing to accept things as they are. Imagine losing your job. One person might fall into despair, asking, "Why me?" Another might see it as an opportunity for something new. The situation is the same. The only difference is acceptance. Like a river flowing effortlessly, life moves forward. The more we resist, the more we suffer. But when we accept, we find peace. Most of our suffering comes from attachment. We cling to people, possessions, and expectations, believing they define us. But in reality, nothing lasts forever. Imagine holding onto a rope too tightly. The harder you grip, the more it cuts into your skin. But the moment you let go, the pain disappears. A Buddhist monk walks with nothing, yet carries everything he needs. Peace of mind. True happiness is not found in holding on, but in letting go. Most of us are not really living. We are either trapped in the past or worrying about the future. But life is happening right now, in this very moment. A man drinks his coffee, but is lost in thoughts. A monk drinks his tea and tastes every sip. The difference? Mindfulness. Happiness is not something we find in the future. It is something we cultivate in the present. The only real moment we ever have is now. There was once a wealthy merchant who had everything: money, success, influence. But deep inside, he felt restless. No matter how much he earned, it was never enough. One day, he heard of a wise monk living in the mountains. Seeking answers, he traveled far and wide until he finally stood at the gates of a humble monastery. The monk welcomed him with a gentle smile. "What brings you here, my friend?" he asked. The monk handed the merchant a cup of water, filling it to the very brim. "Walk around the temple without spilling a single drop," he instructed, And when you return, tell me what you saw." Carefully, the merchant walked, his eyes fixed on the cup, his hands trembling. After a long journey, he finally made it back. The monk smiled. "Tell me, on your walk, did you notice the trees, the birds, the sky?" The merchant hesitated. "No, I only focused on the cup. I didn't see anything else." The monk nodded. "And that, my friend, is why you are not happy. You are so afraid of losing what you have that you fail to see the beauty around you." With a gentle hand, the monk poured the water onto the ground. "Only when you let go can you truly live." For the first time in a long while, the merchant smiled. He left the temple feeling lighter than ever before. Happiness is not in what you hold on to, but in what you are willing to release. Life is full of unexpected challenges. Losing a job, a broken relationship, a failed plan. Our first reaction is often resistance. This shouldn't have happened. But resisting reality only creates more suffering. Imagine holding onto a burning coal, refusing to let go because you think it's unfair. The longer you hold on, the more pain you feel. But the moment you release it, relief comes instantly. Acceptance doesn't mean giving up. It means making peace with what is, so you can move forward. Take a deep breath and accept. Like a river flows without resistance, true peace comes when we stop fighting what we cannot change. Life becomes lighter and happiness follows naturally. We often hold on to things, believing they define us. Possessions, status, past successes. But the more we cling, the heavier our burdens become. Imagine carrying a heavy backpack filled with things you no longer need. The longer you carry it, the more exhausting it feels. But when you finally let it go, freedom follows. Detachment is not about having nothing. It's about not letting things own you. Choose experiences over possessions. Seek meaning over material wealth. Like a leaf falling from a tree, true peace comes when we let go of what no longer serves us. Most of us